Co-chair of the Citizens Movement Against Corruption, Edem Senanu, believes that GRA must review its internal monitoring system to prevent such occurrences.
So, does this surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't. I think that we've gotten to a stage where a lot of this is normalized. It seems to have become a subculture. If you see the demeanor of the lady, she probably saw herself as, what do we say, not a knight in shining armor, someone helping a brother out.
Doing a favor.
Doing a favor, exactly. It's not surprising. We seem to have created a new subculture that has normalized these activities. It is only if you have a very strong internal monitoring system that penalizes these kinds of attitudes and actions very strongly, then it would have served as a deterrent. But I'm not really surprised.
All right, you talk about strong monitoring mechanisms. You'd expect that the GRA, the Ghana Revenue Authority, would have something like that in place, knowing that, as you're saying, this is something that's quite common.
Yes, and it's probably something that Kweti or anybody else can try and check, because you see, the only way you're going to stop anyone in a monolithic organization of this size, it's a very huge organization, for not taking advantage of the position they have. I mean, you know, that's the classic definition of corruption, the abuse of entrusted power for personal gain. So you have some power to do something and you take advantage of it, which is what has happened in this instance. The only way to stop that is that you have systems that say will penalize you, and not just that, you are seen to penalize frequently, so that it serves as a deterrent. People begin to know that you are not afraid to crack the whip. And so from historical evidence, they know that this might happen to me, and therefore I don't want to attempt going down that road. Without the evidence that that has been going on, there's monitoring and there's been sanctions of individuals who've done this, the likelihood is that this kind of activity will continue.
So many people will look at the amount involved. 1,500 cedis was paid to get the tax clearance certificate, and they'll say, so what? The person stole at 1,500 cedis. It's chicken change compared to the corruption cases that we hear. But help us to appreciate the implications of someone paying 1,500 cedis to get a tax clearance certificate they don't deserve.
In the first place, from the individual's perspective, you tend to start with small amounts. It could be, in this case, I think that the report suggests that at least 500 was recorded. So let's say it's 1,000.
Yes.
But, you know, once individuals get comfortable, the next time it will be 2,000. And there might be an exponential growth before you know it. Then that person is involved working with others to deprive the state of much more. So that's one aspect of it. The fact that if you're not holding on to the small drops, you are likely to be creating a bigger hole for monies to be lost to the state. But beyond that, the implications simply are that that culture of I can get away with not paying what I should, or I can get what I don't deserve simply by passing a little bit of currency here and there, will begin to seep into the whole culture. So everybody thinks that it's about how much you're able to pay. And so there's a constant competition, so to speak, to deprive the state to get contracts that are not due us. And once you get that kind of contract, because already you are not the kind of individual who follows systems and procedure and protocols, the likelihood is that even if you got a genuine government contract to execute, you are likely to provide a substandard product. If it's a road, then the likelihood is that the resources given to you to execute that road will not be spent to develop a high quality road that will stand the test of time. It's supposed to be 10 years or 20 years, you know. So that culture feeds into the full value chain. It starts from just the fact that I got my tax clearance by the wrong way, then I push money to get a contract the wrong way. It probably means that nobody has checked that you have the systems, you have the personnel, you have the capacity to deliver. At the end of the day, the people of Ghana are shortchanged. You have more accidents on the road and what have you, or building collapses or whichever contract substandard quality products are provided. So it's a long value chain. Starting with this just means that nobody is checking that that entity that has received the tax clearance has systems in place, has the capacity, has the expertise to deliver on the services that they claim they are about to provide.